After more than 6 years, Baltimore's Dime Museum is closing, unable to keep up with operating expenses.
I love this place. That means goodbye to the mummies, an end to the furry trouts and shrunken heads. Sarah in the City is live at the Dime Museum with a last look at the operation.
Well, Jamie and Denise, operation is the right word because that's exactly what's going to go on for Edgar the Alligator Man. And in the last few weeks before the Dime Museum closes, Edgar's going to need a major operation. Dick Horne is the owner of the museum. Thank you so much for being with us. And Peter the nurse.
Nurse Pete.
Nurse Pete.
Yep.
What's going on with Edgar? What's happened to him?
Well, he's traveled with a sideshow at Strange Cargo. It was the name of the show, Mark Kosh's show. And over the years, he's developed weevils and some splits and general collapse. So we're going to try and cure the ills that have beset him.
I see he definitely has some thin skin here. And what are we going to be using to
in this
fix him
part
up?
of it, we're going to be doing a little bit of skin transplant or skin grafts just to try and reinforce it. He needs some other things, too. We're going to be working on him over the weekend with some other surgical procedures, but this morning we're going to be working on some skin transplants. We have our gator skin here in this can.
Well, before we get started on our operation, we want to give you at home a look back at the American Dime Museum in Baltimore.
Is a baby boa constrictor. I say a baby because, ladies and gentlemen, the snake that she's wearing around her neck is only a baby in size.
Magical madness wherever you look. Before Xboxes, before cable, there were dime museums. An eclectic mishmash of the bizarre, the weird, and the downright scary.
The greatest sideshow on earth.
And those museums were collections of the strange and the unusual, both man-made and natural, and live entertainers from all over the world.
Dick Horne owns Baltimore's Dime Museum. After 6 years, he can no longer afford to keep his famous sideshow running. Operational expenses are just too high.
Now, we've had loads of people who want to give us $100 or $200 or whatever they can afford, and we really appreciate it, but that money would be better spent on a good charity.
It's not enough to sustain the museum. Not enough to keep Lulu, the gator girl, in her cage. Not enough to keep Dan Lambert, the fattest man on earth, fat and happy.
They are all ladies and gentlemen and can conduct themselves as such.
So now the exhibits that never really fit any venue are losing the one place they belong.
It has little cloven feet, which is strange. Has little tiny fingernails. If you look.
When you take a final look, we guarantee you'll need a second one.
It's a very, very realistic little thing. I mean,
like this 19th century demon that Mr. Horne can't confirm is a fake.
I like to think it's not real, but you never know. Particularly since it has horns and a tail.
Every exhibit has a story. Every mummy has a history. And everyone who passes through one last time will have a memory.
Of real live trained performing fleas.
All right, Edgar, it's going to be okay. We're going to put a little skin graft. He's very nervous. We just want to let you know.
Thank you.
Nurse Pete and Dr. Dick Horne are operating now. We're going to put some gator skin grafts on.
We'll start up here a little bit on his shoulder, I think, initially. Nurse Pete, if I could have sort of a small piece of gator skin.
Yes, Dr. Horne.
Thank you. Thank you. And I think if we just place it here.
Wow.
Nice crunchy gator skin.
But that makes a huge difference. He's going to look like a new gator.
Well, we hope to heal some of this problem with weevils. Weevils have beset him.
Oh, dear.
And that's, of course, a rather common problem with gator people.
When you come out this weekend to take a last look at the Dime Museum over the course of the next 2 weeks, but this weekend is when Dr. Dick Horne and Nurse Peter will be operating, and you can come and be a part of the next skin graft to turn Edgar the Alligator Man into a brand new gator. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right.
Man, the Dime Museum closing down.
Thanks. And now time for the latest business news. Here's ABC's Ron Corney.